I need like an intro, don't I? Like a Johnny Carson or something. Yeah. Can we just figure out something? Maybe throw it out to the audience and figure us out an intro. But anyway, yeah. What's up, everybody? Jason back with Campbell's Morel Music Rig Rundown. We're on episode 17, and it's kind of a last-minute deal today. So we had one cancel, and luckily we have another great bass player that would show up and do this for us tonight. And Mr. Josh Herald, aka Garth.
Yeah.
What do you know? Just he's like me. You can call us whatever you want to.
Yeah.
We'll just answer to anything.
Oh, yeah.
But bass player extraordinaire in the band Wind Rider. We seen another quarter with one of those members a couple of weeks ago in Robbie, and this is the guy holding in the low end section of that band. So glad you're here. Glad to have you, man.
Oh, it's a pleasure to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, and I mean, I've seen you shopping here for years, and this is like our first formally introduction to each other.
Yeah,
so I'm excited about this.
Yeah, I've been shopping here since I first started playing music back in high school. I was like 17. I bought like some of my first really nice instruments and stuff came from here.
Sweet.
So yeah, I've always loved this place.
Yeah, we love doing these rundowns, especially on guys that keep their money local and try to keep this community of music going for sure. So we'll throw out Wind Rider and again what they're doing, great things, and we'll throw them a link up and talk about them later. And massive bass rig rundown here. So bass is my favorite instrument.
Oh yeah, mine too.
And the bass guitar, I always start off with the guitar, and I know this one quite well because you just worked out a deal on this thing.
Yeah, I just got this one last week. It's a 2009 Gibson SG. And 09's a cool year because that's like the year I started playing music in bands. That's when I started playing bass. So it was kind of like destiny. I walked in here, I was just looking around and I picked it up and played it. I was like, I gotta have that. So I traded, I had a Dingwall bass and it was just entirely too much bass for what I needed. So I traded that and got this.
Yeah, I can tell you the Dingwall didn't last long, and Mr. Derek Thomas picked that thing up.
Oh yeah, I knew that wouldn't last long.
Great bass, but again, for your style of music that you're playing now.
Oh yeah, this is
Robbie playing the SG guitar, and you got an SG bass.
Yeah, I got this one, and I've got a Thunderbird as my backup too.
Oh yeah,
so keeping it with Gibson. It's an Epiphone, so I got an Epiphone and a Gibson, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, you playing metal. That's what you need right there.
Yeah,
for sure.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah, so 09 Gibson SG bass coming straight out of that, and this pedal board, and I will give you the award for the most decorated pedal board that we've had on here. Yeah. And we'll have to get some shots of this later for sure, because he has lots of fun things going on, not just pedals.
Yeah, it's one of my other hobbies. I like to just collect little doodads and gadgets and stuff from the various travels I go to, and I just toss them in the bag with the pedals. The bad thing is I got so many toys in there, it takes me longer to set up the toys than it does the pedals.
And I'm sure in a dark club or something, you go around kicking on pedals, you're probably squeezing people's noses on there and all this stuff.
Yeah, I've lost a few things in clubs. I'm sure the people picking up on the stage find little toys on stage.
Yeah.
Like, what is this? But yeah, it's pretty cool. I love it.
Also, coming straight into your first pedal, you're coming into that Canyon, is that right? Or
yeah, it comes in from this end, starting with the chromatic tuner, the Wazacraft. I don't know really what the difference between it and the regular one is, but it's black, which is more metal, so I went with that one. And that's going straight into my tone driver, overdrive. That's pretty much like my secret weapon pedal. Like, that thing is always on, and I use it just to kind of boost my signal a little bit. This thing right here put this out a lot of wattage. It don't need a whole lot of boosting, but that one gives it that little extra push over. And if I crank the gain on it, I can get it really fuzzy, so it's pretty cool. Coming out of that, we got another new addition. I picked this up the same day I got this bass. It's it's this Earthquaker Devices, I think. It's a Rainbow Machine. And it's a polyphonic pitch shifting delay. I'm not quite sure what all those words mean, but they sound cool together. And it does a lot of cool spacey sounding psychedelic noises. And
I noticed a lot of Earthquaker pedals. nobody really knows until you just start turning knobs and seeing what happens with them. You don't know what they're capable of, really.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So.
Yeah, I've been having a ton of fun with this thing, just sitting in the floor with it, playing with the knobs, just hitting the bass note and just letting it ring out.
Yeah.
It's cool.
And then, are you like Robbie's? He's talking about he's like just sits in the floor and just pushes buttons and turns knobs.
Yeah, I like to get a loop going on my looper pedal and just play with the knobs and see what kind of weird noises I can come up with. Just playing the pedals kind of as an instrument themselves, sort of.
Yeah.
Because if you get the feedback oscillating into itself and getting everything delaying, getting the pedals bouncing off of one another, you can really play them like another instrument. So it's pretty cool.
Heck yeah. Now that rainbow machine, where are we going?
Oh yeah, out of the rainbow machine goes into the small clone chorus pedal. That's one of my oldest pedals. I got that here actually years and years ago. I think it was like 2012, 2013.
Mm-hmm.
I got it. I was going through my grunge Kurt Cobain period.
The classic.
Yeah,
80s,
yeah, that
90s
old
chorus,
school
yeah.
chorus effect. I can get all the Nirvana sounds and everything in between, so it's cool. Out of that, we got the really cool, my favorite pedal on the board is the Demi Dash FX T120 Videotape Echo, and that's a pedal that I dreamed about for so many years. I saw a YouTube video of it, and I wanted it for years, and finally got a hold of one, and it's epic. It's so cool. It basically it's a delay pedal, but it makes your signal kind of all wibbly wobbly like an old VHS tape that's degraded over years.
Oh,
Gives
nice.
it that kind of
tape echo with the modulation and stuff behind it.
Yeah, that sort of distorted wibbly wobbly tape echo kind of. And that goes into my Canyon, which has a mind of its own. Sometimes it turns itself on by itself. But yeah, that's a Electro Harmonics Canyon. Finishing things out, Robbie's got the same pedal. We both.
He uses his for laser noise. Do you use yours for what it's intended for?
Yeah, I use a lot of laser noises. This thing, it's so crazy because it's basically like 7-8 pedals in one. It's got like the delays, the reverbs, the choruses. You can get like all kinds of. There's even an effect on there that makes it sound like kind of an organ. So it's pretty cool. You can get all kinds of sound effects out of it.
Heck yeah, man.
And
I guess you got a DS1 in there just for kind of backup.
I just bought that DS1 today. Haven't had a chance to hook it up, but that's gonna go in there as kind of a extra little fuzz eventually.
I just heard another rig rundown on another site here recently of a bass player playing through a DS1, and I mean, he got some cool tones out of that thing.
Yeah.
And
DS1s are cool.
Yeah, I mean, classic Boss pedals. Hard to beat.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Old Boss is good. I had one of those DS1s years ago playing, and I used it on guitar, and it's great. I've never used one for bass, so I'm excited to experiment with it on bass.
Yeah, I always, with distortion, sometimes you'll lose some of the bottom end out of when you click on a pedal, but that one seemed to be able to hold its own with the bass and the. Heck yeah! So I guess we'll just. If you want to run through some of the sounds of these things and
I can do it.
Funky bass, we'll see what they sound like.
The classic, starting out with the clean-ish tone with just the tone driver on. Like I say, that thing stays on, so it's constantly just. It's not really fuzzing it up too much, just giving me a little extra drive.
Have a boost, yeah.
Yeah, and then this funky rainbow machine. I got it kind of set up to be like a chorusy sort of sound. And then the real fun of this comes with this little button on the pedal that says magic, and you can hold it down and do some. There's my Canyon turning itself on again, but yeah. You can get some wild noises out of this machine. Yeah, and my small clone, which is a really old pedal, and it's having trouble keeping its connection at the moment because it's so old. But yeah. Cool, you can run them together. course there.
It's hard to mistake that small clone course for sure.
Yeah, and the T120 does some wild stuff. See, it's got that kind of old school videotape kind of the quality. It's got a knob where you can adjust the quality settings. You can make it sound poor quality and better and all that. And then the Canyon finishing it off. It's been turning itself on and off the whole time, so it's been excited to play. So, oh, now it's getting embarrassed. Now it don't want to make noise. Come on now. I need to get some more patch cables. My favorite combination so far is the Rainbow Machine and the Canyon together. Yeah, that's a little bit of everything on there. I can get all the sounds from here to Mars.
Yeah, that I can see that adding that chorus into that big ethereal reverb and just takes you to another place almost.
Oh yeah, it's so much fun.
Then you just get lost and it's 2 hours down and you don't know what happened.
Yeah, definitely. That Canyon also has a looper built into it, so you can just run loops over and over and be like a one-man band. So
yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah. Man, that's an awesome setup. Sounds great.
Yeah.
And I could definitely hear some of those things and some of the Wind Rider tunes that y'all are jamming out.
Yeah,
so.
we got a lot of spacey noises in our stuff. So the bass solo track off our album, Sleeping Wizard, that was done with, I used the small clone and the Canyon, and I had the producer sitting there on the floor tweaking the knobs of the Canyon while I was playing and recording. So that's what got those real crazy noises out of it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm having a ton of fun with this board, and I look forward to playing more shows this summer with it and making more noises.
Yeah, for sure. Coming out all that and coming into the old school PV.
Yeah, the big old
PV bass head.
Yeah. It's
looks like
it's an old monster.
Yeah, for people at home, we got the volume on about barely cracked open.
Yeah, it's barely on. This is my volume from using this channel, and it's like barely past 1, so it's pretty loud.
Yeah, we're trying to not blow everybody's ears out on the
but
video.
it's a wonderful amp. It's got 2 channels. It's got the distortion channel here with a 6-band EQ and the normal channel, which is what I'm plugged to right now. With all the pedals I'm running, the normal channel is the best to run into. It gives you more of the cleanliness that you need for pedals.
Yep.
But this thing's incredible. It's loud. I've gigged with it a ton. I don't know exactly how old it is. I'm guessing from the 70s, judging from the looks of it. It's really cool.
I mean, we've been having a lot of these PVs come through here lately, like from the 70s, early 80s, all made in the USA. You can't hurt them. You can drop them off the back of your van and still play with them. So
it gets tossed in the back of our van night after night, and it never lets me down. Always plays good.
Yeah, and I remember, for a while there, everybody was kind of hating on PV for a while, but now everybody's kind of coming back around and loving on PV after they realize they don't break.
Yeah, I've always loved PV.
Yeah.
They're fantastic.
Yeah, all decorated up on the head too, and you're normally playing through an 810, a little bit different one of this one.
Yeah, you're running through the Ampeg, which is a classic. I love refrigerator cabs, the Ampegs. They're really good. I used to have one when I played in more extreme metal bands. I had an Ampeg 810.
Yeah.
But that was cool.
You playing heavy doom, stoner rock, you got to have an 810, pushing some air. Yeah,
my usual cab is an acoustic 810. I believe the model is like B810 or something like that. It's another old thing. I believe it's from the 70s. It's pretty cool. My guitarist Robbie got it from somewhere. I don't know exactly where, but he went a long ways to get it. So.
Yeah.
We've traveled a lot to accumulate our old PV equipment, stuff that people just had sitting in their attics for years.
Yeah, to scour the Craigslist and all that stuff.
But
and
yeah,
you know what you find.
Yeah, we've searched high and low, getting a nice collection of PVs, and I've got this one. And I also have a dark glass microtubes head that I ran with it sometimes in the studio when we recorded. I did that. I ran the two together. So like the old school PV grit with the modern dark glass tone is a really good combination too.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool sounding stuff.
And again, for demonstration purposes, we're just micing with an SM57 again tonight. Always sounds good. And I guess, talk about Wind Rider. We got caught up a couple weeks ago on Wind Rider. Y'all been doing a lot of touring and a lot of
we've been
gigging here lately.
Much. Yeah, we have really been playing our asses off. Like lately, we just got back from a 3-day tour. We played in Kentucky. I forget the city we played in Kentucky. Lexington, I think. Yeah, and then Cincinnati, and then Huntington, West Virginia to finish it up. That was a good little run. That was our first little run of the summer. We've got another one coming up the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd of June. That's going to be a cool one.
Is that going down south?
Yeah, a little more down south. We're going to Georgia and I think North Carolina or South Carolina. One of the Carolinas, one of those two.
You'll get there eventually, right?
Yeah, we'll hit both of them eventually before the summer's over. We got so many shows, but yeah.
Yeah, when you start getting a tour life, you kind of, and people say it all the time, you hear some of your favorite acts announce that they're in a certain city that they're not even in, but it kind of gets confusing.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. I'm confused already, and I just started. It's fun. Like the Wind Rider experience has been great. We just started the band like earlier, like last year, so we've only been a band for a little over a year now. We played our first show back in March of last year, or April of last year.
Yeah, and leaps and bounds to this year. It's it's hard to say where you're going to go from here.
Yeah, we've really come so far in the band, and it's been really amazing. The whole ride so far, seeing people come to our shows. Like every show, the crowd gets a little bigger, and it feels cool. I like it.
Oh yeah, I always like going to shows and the crowd's into it. That makes it a whole lot better experience for sure.
We love the audience. We wouldn't be doing it. We wouldn't be where we are without the audience. So we love them for sure.
Again, y'all be sure to check out Wind Rider. We'll throw up all their links into their websites and Bandcamp, and I think we got a Bandcamp Friday coming up, maybe this Friday. And if y'all follow any of these local bands, I guarantee you every one of them's on Bandcamp. And on these Bandcamp Fridays, if you go and buy their merch on that day, they get all the proceeds, and Bandcamp doesn't take a percentage, which I think is really cool. That cool place and. So that's a good way to support local music, and they have a great supply of local merch like the shirts and the vinyl and the stickers and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, so y'all be sure to check them out and support them all you can.
Yeah, we've got every bit of merch you could think of, so if you need it, we got it.
So we've had you and Robbie. I guess we'll have to start doing lead singer rig rundowns and get Chloe in here.
Yeah, she get Chloe. She's got a cool pedal too. You'd have fun messing with her pedal for sure.
Robbie's over there saying no, but maybe we talk her into it. And again, Josh, he's been shopping here for years, and we sure appreciate you shopping local and sticking with us and coming in here and doing this for us and showing us your pedal board. And we carry Earthquaker, we carry Boss, we carry Electro Harmonics, so that covers most of your pedal board. And then we don't carry any late 70s PVs, but we might have one used in here for sale. You never know.
You can still find them. They're out there, and they're still fairly cheap. So get them while you can, because the price is only going to go up probably. We do have a PV Session 400 steel guitar amp. It's 400 watts of pure, clean, ear-piercing magic. That thing sounds amazing. It's just asking to have a fuzz pedal thrown in front of it. Oh, yeah. Let's see. I guess, man, if you want to play some more tunes for us and just messing around or whatever. Yeah, I can throw one out there. bass noises. All right.
No, that sounded great.
Yes.
He's gonna make all of us bass players look bad. You know, I'm gonna do my rig run down there and play an eighth notes, not know how to play like pretty stuff. But yeah, I love having bass players on here and showing them off a little bit. And
it's cool. It's cool to be spotlighted a bit. I'm not used to it. Obviously, I'm awkward as can be, but
yeah,
I'm loving it.
Yeah, man, I'm thrilled to death. And again, y'all check out Wind Rider. Y'all come shop Campbell's Morel Music. The end of May 27th, I will announce that we are having a little art exhibition with another favorite bass player of mine, Dylan Rutherford of Navajo Witch, and then and Joey Metcalf of God Size, and then Mr. Vapor is going to have some merch and stuff on display and stuff that he does. So it's going to be a good art show of band-related things. You know, if you need an album art or merch or just poster art or anything like that, those are the guys to talk to for sure. And y'all be sure to mark that on your calendar, May 27th, and come see us for that. Lots of cool things happening here, you know, in the store as far as sales and stuff. Got a lot of cool gear in, so really too much to mention. Y'all just need to come down and check it out and play through it, and we're going to hook you up for sure. Again, thank you, Joshuwah Herald,
thank you,
the band
so
Wind Rider. Glad you came by. And
thank you for having me again.
No problem.
Pleasure.
Y'all check out Wind Rider. Come
sure.
shop us at Campbell's Morel Music and play more bass.
Definitely.
All right, man.
Smoke this now.